Just when I thought I'd seen it all, leaked images from CCTV show Jeff Bezos and Katy Perry over the course of 4 months entering and exiting a Hollywood film studio.
You see Jeff Bezos sent a bunch of ladies to space? Thought that's got to be one of the funniest things a rich dude has ever done. I think if they did that in the 70s, they would have just left him out there as a bit. You know, like, finally some peace and quiet, you know? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's what they would have done.
Whoever came up with this title, give this guy a freaking raise. Tell me how this is not awesome. Astronaut. Astronaut. Conspiracy theories swirl about Katy Perry's fake Blue Origin space mission. Just show the legendary landing real quick, Rob. This is such a beautiful moment. This may be greater than us landing. Look at this. Look at the way it lands to the ground. None of them break their backs. Look at this. Watch for it. Wow.
Southwest Airlines lands just like this.
The freaking music is awesome, right? Gladiator type.
Oh, Maximus.
Look at that.
My back would have been shattered.
You see it? How sick is that, right?
Oh.
Just like motivating.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel?
I feel super connected to love.
No one could believe it. Katy Perry, the queen of pop and a global icon, was just arrested in broad daylight at Los Angeles International Airport. Cameras captured the chaos as federal agents closed in, placing her in cuffs while she sobbed uncontrollably, shouting, "It wasn't supposed to go this far." Just months earlier, she had been celebrated as the first female music star to reach space aboard Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin rocket. But now, that same flight is at the center of a federal investigation into fraud, falsified data, and mass deception. The flight, marketed as a historic milestone for women in space, has now been exposed as an elaborate hoax with fabricated telemetry, staged visuals, and a celebrity at the heart of the scandal.
Just when I thought I'd seen it all, leaked images from CCTV show Jeff Bezos and Katy Perry over the course of 4 months entering and exiting a Hollywood film studio.
Perry's arrest marks a shocking downfall from pop star to national disgrace, triggering one of the most dramatic takedowns of a public figure in years. Just hours before her emotional airport arrest, federal agents launched a coordinated raid on Katy Perry's $19 million Beverly Hills mansion. At exactly 5:06 a.m., a convoy of unmarked SUVs descended on the gated estate, catching everyone, including Perry, off guard. Neighbors described loud banging, flashing lights, and a stunned Katy wrapped in a robe as agents forced entry with a federal search warrant in hand. According to leaked documents, the charges include wire fraud, conspiracy to deceive the public, and misrepresentation of scientific events. One insider reported Perry collapsed to the ground, screaming that it was performance art, insisting she never meant to mislead anyone. But authorities weren't buying it. They confiscated laptops, phones, and unreleased footage believed to contain raw clips of the staged space flight. The raid marked a turning point, not just for Perry's career, but for every celebrity tied to the Blue Origin circus.
You see Jeff Bezos sent a bunch of ladies to space? Thought that's got to be one of the funniest things a rich dude has ever done. I think if they did that in the 70s, they would have just left him out there as a bit. You know, like, finally some peace and quiet, you know? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's what they would have done. They would have been like, just don't let him drive the thing, you know? It's funny though, because they thought it was gonna be this like women's empowerment moment and that people would be like, hell yeah, go ladies. But most people were like, what the fuck are rich people doing? Like, I'm sorry, what? Katy Perry was all pumped. She's like, we're putting the ass in astronaut. I was like, don't say that. You're more of a tits girl. But it was just funny because they were like, it's historic. It's a bunch of women in space. And I was like, hasn't there been a woman stuck in space all year? Pick her up, dude. What are you doing?
doing?
The unraveling of the hoax started quietly, with internet sleuths. From the moment Katy Perry's space flight aired, eagle-eyed viewers began flagging strange inconsistencies. No live streams, suspiciously polished footage, and camera angles that never showed Earth in the background. Digital analysts soon discovered metadata anomalies in the video files, timestamps that didn't line up with Blue Origin's official launch schedule. Experts noted that Perry's weightless moments looked artificially smooth, resembling CGI simulations rather than authentic zero-gravity footage. Even the so-called re-entry scene was traced back to stock visuals used in aerospace marketing demos. Behind the scenes, it's now believed an entire production team choreographed a fake launch sequence at a desert studio. The whole thing was a cinematic illusion wrapped in PR gloss, and Katy Perry played the starring role. What the public thought was space history was really smoke and mirrors.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Bro.
Stop the cap.
Stupid.
Let me tell you right now, Katie, you're officially an astronaut. I guess I'm a freaking brain surgeon then. I couldn't believe, wow. I can't believe she even said. How do you even format your lips to say something so stupid?
While Katy Perry takes the fall in public, insiders say the real puppet master might be Jeff Bezos himself. Blue Origin, once hyped as the future of commercial space travel, has been bleeding money behind the scenes. Despite over $7.5 billion of Bezos' personal fortune poured into the company, its annual revenue barely scrapes $300 million. Engineers have been leaving, launches delayed, and investor confidence is slipping fast. In desperate need of attention and credibility, Bezos allegedly greenlit a celebrity boost strategy to distract from the company's mounting failures. Perry, with her massive following and fading music relevance, was the perfect marketing target, but the plan backfired. According to one anonymous executive, internal chats warned, if this explodes, it'll take the company down with her. Now, as Perry faces charges, Bezos remains silent, and Blue Origin's carefully manufactured reputation is collapsing under the weight of its own lies.
Whoever came up with this title, give this guy a freaking raise. Tell me how this is not awesome. Astronaut. Astronaut. Conspiracy theories swirl about Katy Perry's fake Blue Origin space mission. Just show the legendary landing real quick, Rob. This is such a beautiful moment. This may be greater than us landing. Look at this. Look at the way it lands to the ground. None of them break their backs. Look at this. Watch for it. Wow.
Southwest Airlines lands just like this.
The freaking music is awesome, right? Gladiator type.
Oh,
Boom. Look at that.
my back would have been shattered.
You see it? How sick is that, right?
Oh.
Just like motivating.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel?
I feel super connected to love.
After her shocking arrest, Katy Perry was rushed into federal custody, her face pale, mascara streaking down her cheeks as paparazzi cameras snapped non-stop. In her booking photo, she looked nothing like the polished icon we've known for decades, just a broken woman caught in the middle of a public unraveling. Sources inside the holding facility say Perry cried for hours, repeatedly asking for Orlando Bloom and refusing to eat. She allegedly told officers this wasn't supposed to be real. It was just a message. Meanwhile, psychologists on national talk shows are already analyzing her behavior, calling it a textbook case of celebrity trauma collapse. What began as an attempt to reboot her career through spectacle has now turned into a humiliating legal and emotional spiral. The pop star who once sold out stadiums is now facing the harsh fluorescent lights of a holding cell, and the world is watching every second of her fall. Silent Bezos, growing firestorm. As Katy Perry's arrest dominates global headlines, one name remains conspicuously absent: Jeff Bezos, the billionaire mogul who once proudly posed beside Blue Origin rockets and spoke of democratizing space travel, has gone completely dark. While Perry sobs in custody, Bezos was reportedly spotted enjoying VIP treatment at the Stagecoach Music Festival with fiancée Lauren Sanchez, smiling, laughing, and refusing to answer questions about the scandal. That image of the man who may have orchestrated the deception partying while his co-conspirator crumbled crumbles has only intensified public rage. Lawmakers are beginning to demand answers. Congressional staffers confirmed that Bezos is now under scrutiny, and some are calling for a federal probe into Blue Origin's misleading use of public imagery and consumer trust. With Perry's lawyers reportedly preparing to cite Bezos' influence in her defense, the silence from the Amazon founder is starting to look less like strategy and more like guilt. Katy Perry's arrest didn't just spark headlines, it triggered a total collapse of her commercial empire. Within 48 hours, major brands began severing ties. A top fashion label canceled her campaign. A beverage company scrubbed her face from its upcoming Super Bowl ad. Even one of her longest standing endorsement deals, worth an estimated $20 million, was quietly pulled from circulation. On social media, fans turned feral. The hashtag number grounded for good surged past 1 million tweets in under a day, with former stands reposting her space promo with clown emojis and captions like, "From orbit to orange jumpsuit." Fan pages shut down in protest, and YouTube comment sections became digital battlegrounds. As Perry's image burns, Blue Origin's competitors like SpaceX and Virgin Galactic are using the moment to highlight their authentic spaceflight heritage. A direct swipe at the staged spectacle now crashing around her. The empire Katy built on music and fame is imploding fast. Regulators, lawsuits, and a Senate subpoena. The fallout has officially reached Washington. Within days of Perry's arrest, the FAA, SEC, and FTC launched coordinated investigations into what they now call a multi-layered scheme to mislead the public for commercial gain. Blue Origin faces accusations of manipulating scientific data, while Perry may be charged with participating in deceptive advertising on a federal scale. And it's not stopping there. Senator Mark Hensley, chair of the Senate Science Committee, confirmed both Perry and Bezos have been subpoenaed to testify before Congress. Behind closed doors, sources say class action lawsuits are piling up, including from investors and even customers who pre-booked Blue Origin space flights, thinking they were backing a proven space tourism venture. Legal analysts warn that if convicted, Perry could face not just financial ruin, but prison time. What started as a branding stunt has now become a legal avalanche, threatening to bury everyone involved. The ripple effect of Katy Perry's fake spaceflight is now threatening the entire future of commercial space tourism. Analysts warn that public trust, already fragile due to the industry's elitism and sky-high prices, has been shattered. Pre-orders for Blue Origin's next mission have plummeted, and even Virgin Galactic has reportedly seen a spike in cancellations from jittery clients. SpaceX rushed to publish a transparency statement detailing its real-time launch data practices, clearly an attempt to distance itself from the scandal. Industry experts fear this one hoax may have set space tourism back by a decade. NASA-affiliated scientists are furious, calling the Perry stunt a mockery of real exploration. For startups and investors banking on a booming space economy, the timing couldn't be worse. What was once sold as the next great leap for mankind now feels like a marketing gimmick gone nuclear. And with trust burned up on re-entry, there's no clear path to recovery. Katy Perry's downfall isn't just a celebrity scandal, it's a symbol of something bigger, the collapse of authenticity in an age of spectacle. Her fake space flight, once hailed as a triumph of science and pop culture, has disintegrated into a case study in deceit. The damage? Massive. Her reputation is in ruins. Jeff Bezos is under congressional fire. Blue Origin's credibility is spiraling, and public trust in space tourism, an industry once filled with childlike wonder, is hanging by a thread. All because a desperate PR stunt crossed a line that should never have been touched. In a world where image is everything, Perry and Bezos bet big on illusion and lost everything on exposure. And now, with federal investigations underway and courtroom dates looming, there's no clean escape. The stars she claimed to reach were never real, and now, neither is the trust she once commanded. The question isn't whether she'll bounce back, it's whether anyone will believe her again.